chance. Coming up this hour, River State government begins the silting of canals to ease of flood across the state. Father to reappear in court over a controversial settlement in a child farmer case in River State. Court tells IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu to open his defense or lose the right to do so. Oyo Court gives PDP the green light to hold its national convention in Ibadan. And some Ikwere communities said to have electricity restored. Details of these and more after this break. You're welcome back. I'm Ifechukwu Muonyili with the news. Now, there may be some relief on the way for residents in flood-prone parts of River State. Now, this is because the state's Flood Management and Prevention Committee has started a massive desilting of canals across the state. River State Deputy Governor and Chairperson of the committee, Professor Ngozi Odo, said this on Tuesday while inspecting the ongoing desilting of the Rumukurusi River in Obiabo. She says the government is tackling the flooding challenge with a three-way approach. The Ministry of Works is clearing some areas, the Ministry of Environment is handling others, and the Flood Committee is giving extra support. Professor Odo adds that the committee is focusing on the worst-hit local government areas and will begin distributing relief materials from tomorrow, Thursday. A representative of National Emergency Management Agency, Dr. Chituru Ogundu, says after the Nigeria Meteorological Agency issued its flood prediction, his agency broke the forecast down to state level, which helped River State move early to reduce the impact. He says both agencies have also been supplying relief materials to affected communities. Now, in a similar story, let's go to Konoboe community in Kana local government area, where residents are raising alarm over flooding and the terrible state of their road. They say large part of the Bowe Road are now flooded, making movement difficult. Some parents say their children can't get to school, women can't reach their farms, and properties worth millions of naira have already been lost.
Well, once it is raining season like this, our women, our farmer, our children are not go to school through that road. The place is faulty. Flood have taken over every part of that area. That road is the only leftover road that is remaining.
That road linked to Kereke, Andoni, Nyokuri, and Bamboo. Instead of that road to help the farmers, the road is now hurting them. The only bridge there has been broken.
I am mostly even affected than any other person because my house is about few posts away from the road.
The road we are talking about is so dilapidated that our people can no longer cross to other neighboring communities.
Anytime there is rain, there is flood. And the flood also take over buildings. And people has continuously lost properties worth of millions.
Now, they are appealing to Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the Niger Delta Development Commission to urgently fix the road.
We are appealing again that NDDC, River State government, should come to our aid. The people look as if they are not even from River State or Niger Delta. We are pleading, people are lamenting, and people are crying.
Please, so we are calling on the state government and NDDC to come to our aid.
During the rain season, our houses have been flooded, things have been looted out of our home because of the heavy rain. So it's our appeal that the government and the high prayer and other people should please come.
For some years now, even the past administration, the present minister of FCT has given several promises too. But since that time till now, the road has not been done. So we are begging the River State government, the NDDC, and the Ecological Fund to at least come to our rescue. We appreciate it if this is really done.
Now, still talking River State government business. Pensioners and staff in River State are beginning a biometric verification exercise across all 23 local government areas. The River State Local Government Service Commission says it is updating records to ensure accurate data for workers and retirees. In a statement signed by its chairperson, Israel Amadi, staff are directed to collect and fill out verification forms already printed with their names at their council offices. All completed forms and documents must be returned by Thursday, and staff are advised to include active phone numbers so they can be contacted for physical capture. Now, to some legal matters. A father will return to the family court in Port Harcourt to explain the settlement he allegedly reached with one Ifechukwu, the man accused of defiling his 5-year-old daughter. The court had earlier ordered his remand at the Port Harcourt Maximum Correctional Center after he told the court through his lawyer that he had settled the matter and wanted it withdrawn. But presiding judge Justice Rita Ogugwo rejected that request, saying she was worried the father may have struck a financial deal with the suspect, ignoring the well-being of the child. She has now ordered that the father be brought back to court on November 11 to explain the so-called settlement. Ifechukwu is standing trial for allegedly defiling the child on April 11th in Odagwa Community, a local government area. He has pleaded not guilty to the one-count charge. Now, the one-count charge which violates Section 32, subsection 1 and 2 of the River State Child Rights Law number 6 of 2002. Still on legal issues, a state high court in Port Harcourt has granted bail to 4 men accused of attempting to murder the leader of the conscience of the Ogoni people, Gani Toba. Each of them is to pay 500,000 naira bail with 3 sureties. One surety must be a government-recognized traditional ruler from the Zaba community. Another must be a staff of Kana local government area, not below level 15. And a third must own a house in Port Harcourt. The Judge Justice Augusta Chukwu also ordered the suspect to submit their bank details to the court. The matter continues on November 18. The 4 men, Xavier Robert, also known as Timberland, Leso Bugisere, Leka Dele Manapo, and Dele Abobari, popularly called Bob Satan, are facing 7 charges, including conspiracy, attempted murder, courtesan, and illegal possession of firearms. They allegedly shot Gani Toba several times in Zaba, Kana local government area on March 12, 2023, leaving him unconscious. To another case, but this time a national issue. Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court has given the leader of the proscribed IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, until November 5th to open his defense or lose the right to do so. This comes after he failed for the 4th time to enter his defense, even though the prosecution has already closed its case and the court rejected his no-case submission. And we're not done with legal matters, but now we'll talk about how it gets into political issues. An Oyo State High Court has given the PDP the go-ahead to hold its national convention in Ibadan on November 15 and 16. The court also ordered INEC to be present and monitor the event. The ruling was delivered by Justice A.L. Akintola after hearing an application by Folahan Malomo Adelabi, who asked the court to stop anyone from disrupting the convention where new national officers will be elected. The order stands pending further hearing. But former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose has rejected the ruling. He insists the order has no effect and cannot be obeyed, not even by INEC. Fayose says any ordinary person knows that a state high court cannot overrule a federal high court. He also wants the National Judicial Council to discipline Justice Akintola, saying the judge acted despite an earlier judgment from Justice James Omotosho on October 31st. And the political storm may not be over. Analysts warn the PDP crisis could get even worse before 2027. Abuja-based political scientist Simbo Olorufemi says the party began to fall apart when it refused to sanction the FCT minister Nyesom Wike after he opposed the choice of a northern presidential candidate in 2023. He told correspondent Soebi Oruware that he already knew the party would struggle from the moment the G5 governors emerged.
Predicted as far back as 2013 that PDP is dead as a national party. But the height of it was what happened in 2023 when he made the fatal error of not ceding the presidency to the South, particularly Southeast or even South-South. Having made that error, it was not able to quickly correct way by either getting the weekly tendency out of the party. Having lost that, I can say that the party is already turned right from the top to the back because there are things that are internal to PDP that just make it difficult for it to be able to survive outside of government.
Olorufemi also dismissed claims that PDP governors are dumping the party for ethnic or regional reasons.
So as it is now, effectively, the PDP is almost lost South-South because where is PDP in South-South? Even I think it's only Rivers that is left now, and that river is neither here nor there. So the future does not look bright for the PDP. It's not about the political or personal interest of the governors concerned. I don't see it as a regional thing as some people have. Even the people crossing the South, they are doing it for their personal interest. So at the end of the day, it's all about the political interest of the person in
On his part, Lagos-based analyst Liberus Oshoma says the PDP cannot survive the 2027 elections unless Nyesom Wike leaves the party.
The influence of Wike in that party still looms very large. And until people like him leave the party, certainly there will be no peace. He who pays the piper dictates the tune. You can't say that you have the interest of your party at heart, and yet you are in bed with the ruling party, and you sing the song of the current president every day, and you say that the current president is your candidate for the 2027 election.
He fears the party may not even field candidates in 2027, alleging that some people inside the PDP are deliberately destroying it ahead of the polls.
So, for the 2027 election, it's obvious that PDP might not even have a candidate because the owners of PDP have settled for a consensus candidate in the person of Mr. President. Also, I blame the party. It was obvious that they didn't have plan outside of power. The moment they lost the election in the 2015 general election, the party now became rudderless. They were left it for Wike. So, having funded the party and boastfully said he gave some people money to even run an election, they owe him loyalty.
Still to come, we will tell you why some communities in Ikwere local government area may have Christmas come early for them. To stay tuned after this break.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
You're welcome back. Now, the women in the Muonyili community in Ahodo East local government area are crying out for help, accusing the council chairman, Dr. Chidi Lloyd, of forcefully taking over their farmlands and destroying their economic trees with the support of police and military officers. They are calling on President Bola Tinubu, Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, and traditional rulers to intervene. The women say they have lived peacefully with their Ikwere neighbors for generations, but allege that Dr. Lloyd's actions are now threatening that long-standing relationship. Also speaking, the paramount ruler of Muonyili, Gift Ewo, the Ochioha of the community, Akajoel, and other stakeholders, including the President General of the Ebeye Youth Congress, Dr. Justice Ewo, called for urgent action to protect the rights of the community.
Chidi Lloyd has come to take our land, claiming that Nahoda East and Imo and local government have boundary by the riverside, which is not. My appeal is to the president of this country, the governor of Rivers State, our AGA chairman, our traditional ruler, High Chief Cassidy Kebidi, to come to our aid.
This issue of land grabbing in Muonyili community by Honorable Chidi Lloyd is a major menace that we have complained of. We have cried out long time ago. This is about the second or third time our women are protesting, appealing to the federal government, state government, and even our local government area to come to our rescue.
All of a sudden, our farmland has been bulldozed by Chidi Lloyd.
They say they have jointly petitioned President Tinubu, Governor Fubara, Minister Wike, and the traditional rulers of Ebeye and Ako kingdoms, Kelvin Adogo and Cassidy Ikebidi, describing the situation as a grave injustice allegedly carried out by Dr. Lloyd. The petition was signed by the paramount ruler, Gift Ewo, the Ochioha, Akajoel, Nnamdi Owudiwe, and Ebeye Youth Congress leader, Dr. Justice Ewo. Reacting to the allegation, the chairman of Emoha local government area, Dr. Chidi Lloyd, denied any involvement in land grabbing. He says there is already a River State High Court judgment, suit number AHC/101/999 of 2022, which granted ownership of the disputed land to his family, the Omodidia family.
I would never take anything that is not mine by force, let alone grab land. Not Chidi Lloyd. I am not my family, but I'm a member of the family. And if my family has issues with any other family over ownership of property, I will not stand idle by. So I am also a party, a defendant in the suit. That is to say that I am one of the second set of defendants. And the family, at the end of the day, in the wisdom of the court, got judgment.
And now relief may soon come to part of Ikwere local government area as the council chairman Charles Wobodo is promising to restore electricity to communities that have been without power for more than 4 years. Speaking at the inauguration of newly appointed political aides at the council secretariat in Ishiogbo, Wobodo said the Light Up Ikwere project is aimed at reviving businesses and boosting economic activities across the area. It says the project will be rolled out in phases and warn residents against vandalizing public facilities, insisting that anyone caught will face stiff sanctions.
This is commission of the do. We'll take it in phases. Take phase 1, 2, 3. We want to make the flat phase 1. We will finish it and we see light. When we see light, we now move to stage 2. Like that, we will achieve it all. But make us funding for those who are here. Please, I know what happens. Those who want to destroy us will go back home and go and be filling the wires and cables, installations. I beg you, if they catch you, you find yourself in prison. So we need your prayers. We need your support.
The Ikwere Council chairman also announced plans to employ 300 people under a community social work program that will provide jobs across different communities.
We'll make sure that before our 100 days notice, we'll touch security, we'll touch the education. Believe us, all we need is your support. And I will not fail you in our 100 days office. By the grace of God, a problem to be part of it. We are going to employ 300 persons from the program in the name of community social works. We have persons from the communities to take care of government properties, to sweep the road, we will pay them salaries.
He further announced a ban on scavengers and cart pushers in the area, accusing them of being involved in criminal activities. Also speaking, the member representing Ikwere State constituency, Prince Lim Chineche, urged the new appointees to work closely with the council chairman to deliver good governance to the people.
Out of the lot the people have been choosing to serve at this point in time, to whom much is given, much is also expected. It does not matter the portfolio you are giving today. What matters is your creativity in that particular office. I want to advise all of us, try and be creative. No leader would want to work with a dormant appointee. Honorable Charles Ruben has just appointed you to assist him to run the government. We are part of the system.
Our correspondent Mekwatika reports that those inaugurated include God Knows Amadi as Council Secretary, Okachi Odo as Chief of Staff, and Raphael Oka as the Supervisor for Sport. Others are Chidi Obara, Works, Ebenezer Emenike, Education, Bestman Obina, Budget and Finance, and Bestman Dike, Agriculture, among others. In a related story, Afara Nihi and Odufo communities in Eche are set to be reconnected to the national power grid. Eche Council Chairman Chima Boniface Njoko says the official flag-off happens this Thursday in Afara, and he's inviting indigents of the three communities along with the Obako Eche ethnic nationality to be part of it. He says several notable personalities will attend, including Senator Owell Onyeso, Ephraim Muzi, Prince Emma Ayawo, Ambrose Ibokwe Muzi, Golden Ben Choma, and Ignatius Omoka. Still staying in Eche, the chairman of Eche local government area, Chima Boniface Njoko, says he will implement the recommendations from the Committee on Anti-Land Grabbing, Land Acquisition Management and Development to ensure its work produces real results. Njoko made the pledge during the committee's weekly sitting, where he also warned land grabbers and anyone ignoring the committee's summons to desist or face consequences. Earlier, the chairman of the committee, Imawo Bilo, said several communities have already submitted petitions, adding that the committee's work aligns with the council's vision to build a secure, self-sustaining local economy and a business-friendly environment for the people of Eche and beyond. He highlighted the council's new initiative tagged Operation Zero Land Grabbing Activities in Eche local government area. The committee also thanked the Eche chairman for providing the support needed to boost productivity, business growth, and community welfare, and commended him for flagging off the rural electrification project in the area. Spokesperson for the committee, Dr. Uche Ken Nduku, spoke to newsmen.
So far, so good. The Committee on Anti-Land Grabbing, Land Acquisition Management and Development has made a huge progress. The committee is pleased to inform the general public that more than 30 petitions have been received so far, and about 3 to 4 matters will be concluded within a short period of time. The committee assures the public of their sincerity, diligence, faithfulness in discharging their duties without fear or failure.
Away from that, a youth leader in Emoha, Justice Ori, is praising the lawmaker representing Ikwere Emoha in the House of Representatives, Boniface Emerengwa, for pushing to establish a federal medical center in Elele Alimini. In a statement, Ori says once the Federal Medical Center Act is amended to include the proposed center, residents of Ikwere and Emoha will have access to more affordable health care, which he believes will improve their quality of life. He also commended Emerengwa for what he calls strategic constituency projects across the area, from empowerment programs and medical equipment for health centers to the building of schools and installation of solar street lights. And now to national stories. More reactions are trailing U.S. President Donald Trump's comment on Nigeria. A lawyer, Courage Removal, says Trump's remark calling Nigeria a disgraced nation is condescending. In an audio message, Removal, who heads the PLX Center for Civic Education Initiative, says the comment shows dictatorial tendencies. It says any intervention in Nigeria must be respectful and done through President Bola Tinubu, not through threats.
It is very, very condescending for President Donald Trump to not only call Nigeria a disgraced nation, but to seek to invade our territory without the consent of our president. He has acted as a dictator. This is not how democracy should be. Even if he wants to help Nigeria, it should be done with regard and respect. Yes, we need help, but it should flow from diplomacy, not from these threats.
In the same vein, the Chief of Defense Staff, Olufemi Oluyede, says Christians are not being targeted or killed in Nigeria. He says Nigeria is ready to work with other countries to fight terrorism, which he describes as a global problem that no country can defeat alone. Meanwhile, China is backing the Nigerian government. At a press conference in Beijing, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Muonyili said China stands with Nigeria as a strategic partner. She said China opposes any country using religion or human rights as an excuse to interfere in Nigeria's affairs or threaten it with sanctions or military actions. We go on another short commercial break now.
The good people of Ebu Ihe Ward 2 heartily congratulate our leader, Right Honorable Mrs.
A week of gospel outreach and charity as the Christ Compassion to the Rural World Foundation gets ready to host a nightly crusade themed This is Selfless Love. The event runs from Monday, November 24 to Saturday, November 29 at the Adokie Amisiamaka Stadium in Igurutali. At a media briefing, the convener and lead pastor of Kingsway International Christian Center, Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, says the crusade is built on a divine mandate to show the love of Christ. He says the goal is to partner with churches across the city, unite the body of Christ, and draw people closer to God. He's also calling on churches in Port Harcourt to fully participate.
From the testimony you have seen, we have gone to Ibadan, we've gone to Korodu, it's the son of Port Harcourt. We are believing God for a move of God, for salvation of souls, for deliverance of people. We are believing God to do awesome things. We are here not because we have money to splash out, but because we are mandated by the love of Christ.
Now, Ashimolowo also says the outreach will include medical missions and more than 600 free surgeries starting Monday, November 17. Over 150,000 packs of food items, including rice, beans, gari, salt, and clothing, will be shared. Beneficiaries will get free coupons during each day of the crusade and redeem them the next day.
On the night when the crusade starts, that God will be glorified, lives will be transformed, and River State will experience the grace of God. As much as we have all those relief, we will not be able to give a person who just shows up at the stadium which does not have a coupon. How do you get a coupon? You have to come the previous night for you to have the coupon that gives you access for the daytime of the next day. So for example, those who come on that night, at the end of the crusade, we'll give them a coupon with you to collect things on Tuesday morning.
Now, he commended Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the State Commissioner of Police Olubenga Adeboju for supporting the program. Correspondent Rejoice Amade reports that earlier journalists were taken on a tour of a warehouse where the relief materials were displayed. The crusade starts at 5 p.m. daily with more than 100 vehicles stationed across the city to pick up worshippers. Over 300 security personnel from different agencies have also been deployed to keep the venue safe. Well, that's the news at this hour. But before we go, Let's have a look at the major headlines. We told you that the River State government has started the silting of canals across the state. You also heard that a father is set to reappear in court over a controversial settlement in a child defilement case in River State. We reported that a federal high court ordered IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu to defend himself or lose the right to do so. And we informed you, and Oyo court clears the PDP to hold its convention in Ibadan while bringing you several reactions to the crisis. The news was edited by Ufoma Ebamono. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifechukwu Muonyili. Many thanks for listening.